LSU basketball player Flau'jae Johnson made her feelings known.
Hey everyone, Governor Jeff Landry here tonight, wanting to thank the entire Turning Point family. Because tonight, unbelievable, over 1,500 people came to listen to Turning Point USA. Thank you, big shout out to LSU Turning Point. And so we're here on campus next to Mike the Tiger, and we're gonna put a challenge out to the LSU Board of Supervisors to find a place to put a statue of Charlie Kirk to defend the freedom of speech on college campuses. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can be the first campus to do it.
On this, the governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, put out a statement that he wants a statue of Charlie Kirk resurrected on the campus of LSU. Just so we remember, it's this guy.
If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. It begs the question, when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified.
And in the spirit of affirmative action, we have Ramon and Cadillac are your two pilots. They've never flown before, but they are black.
If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action?
I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
The war on white people continues.
You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
Blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today. Data shows they were actually better in the 1940s.
Let's get loud for Kyle Rittenhouse.
I'm also going to offer some context and some nuance about the death of George Floyd that no one dares to say out loud, which is that this guy was a scumbag. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact.
There's no such thing as white privilege or racism.
Skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. This guy is not worthy of a national holiday.
There's a mythology around MLK that does not warrant the reverence that he gets treated with in America.
We have a federal holiday to a guy that talked about race all the time. Kirk describes King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. We celebrate the Civil Rights Act more than the American founding. The country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act.
Ketanji Brown Jackson is what your country looks like on critical race theory.
You're gonna remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian?
Ketanji Brown Jackson is an embodiment of the tyranny that we currently live under. She's an ideological, unintelligent, yet confident fanatic.
Why does Kirk believe passing the Civil Rights Act was a mistake? Now, again, apparently they don't listen to the show because we do that at least once a week, right?
So she wants to be the first ever black woman on the Supreme Court, yet she won't even admit that she's a woman.
The transgender movement is an introductory phase. These doctors need to be put in prison to get you to strip yourself of your humanity. A Nuremberg-style trial.
Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
Every single one of you need to make sure that your loved ones are not on birth control.
So materially insane to think that 1 in 5 American women will be raped in their life.
It is, I agree.
No, meaning that they're lying about being raped.
You're comparing abortion to the Holocaust.
Absolutely I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse. Because Jewish donors have been the #1 funding mechanism of radical, open border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies. And by the way, this is my other problem with death penalty. It takes too long, too many appeals.
Expensive.
It should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. Well, at what age should you start to see public execution? A lot. I mean, Joe Biden is a bumbling, dementia-filled, Alzheimer's, corrupt tyrant who should honestly be put in prison and or given the death penalty for his crimes against America.
The Democrat Party believes everything that God hates.
Like, we're dealing with maggots, vermin, and swine here. These are not good people. They're not even a little bit good. As top Republicans reject any link between GOP rhetoric and Paul Pelosi assault. If some amazing patriot out there in San Francisco wants to really be a midterm hero, someone should go and bail this guy out. Native-born Americans, you better buy weapons, everybody. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Johnson responded to Landry's tweet with 4 question marks. When one person tweeted, "I'm a Kirk fan, but this would be stupid. Landry needs to stay out of LSU business," Johnson replied, "For the sake of clarity, if you align yourself with or endorse his racist rhetoric and discriminatory views towards people of color, I respectfully ask that you utilize the unfollow option at the top right of my profile." Via the Mirror, no college campus has a statue of Kirk. Some push for Loyola New Orleans to have one erected, But the decree was shut down by a student council. The statement read, Loyola University New Orleans and our whole Jesuit community have prided themselves on the core values of St. Ignatius and the Society of Jesus at large. As it stands, Turning Point USA, its leaders, and many of the individuals whom they support are in direct opposition of these values. As we know, Tyler Robinson was charged in Kirk's killing. He faces a charge of aggravated murder, which carries the potential death penalty. He's accused of climbing onto a campus rooftop with his grandfather's Mauser and shooting Kirk once in the neck. When all of this went down, the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese, formerly of LSU, posted on her story after his death, if you want people to have kind words when you pass, you should say kind words when you're alive. After seeing the backlash, she doubled down, and I'll stand behind this, she wrote. Be kind now more than ever. Griffin Broussard wrote above Landry's tweet, I'm calling on LSU to ignore Governor Jeff Landry and honor the will of the people who put him there. Those who did support Kirk don't like this. Those who didn't don't like this. And Governor, stop asserting your authority on campus at a time like this where people are already annoyed that you have to be involved. While Landry touts free speech in his pick-me gestures that we saw previously in this video, this was the same politician who targeted an LSU professor for allegedly making anti-Trump comments. That man's name is Nicholas Briner. He's the director of LSU's Climate Change Law and Policy Project. Landry also enacted a law during the time of pro-Palestine protests on campus that exclude acts of civil disobedience from free speech protections on college campuses. Power Hour LSU would rebuke Landry with names more deserving, like Joe Burrow, Dylan Cruz, Dale Brown, Chris Jackson, Angel Reese, Jay Johnson, Kim Mulkey, Haley Bryant, Paul Skeens, the Honey Badger, Teron Matthew, Patrick Peterson, Kevin Falk. I mean, the list goes on. And it just goes to show you the sheer and utter hypocrisy of an entire party who really proclaims at every single turn to be the free speech party. All we care about is free speech. Oh, meanwhile, when Elon Musk is talking about how he is so pro-free speech, what he does is he bans journalists. He bans media members. He bans people who report on extremism. But he'll bring back Nick Fuentes. Interesting how that goes. Donald Trump, who's the pro-free speech president, wants to arrest and deport people who don't criticize Charlie Kirk, but show his words verbatim. A police officer, Jordan Ewell did a video on this. A police officer was arrested on, in my view, bogus charges because after Charlie Kirk was unfortunately and tragically killed, he posted the quote that Trump gave after another school shooting where he basically said, you got to get over it. That dude was arrested. I saw the body cam video. Check out Jordan Ewell's video. That was insane to watch. They want to arrest and deport people for advocating for Palestinian rights. So it's not, once again, free speech for everybody. It's the only speech that you're allowed to quip as long as we are in favor of it. And no, this should not happen. This should not happen on any campus whatsoever. Let's not be foolish about it. Johnson is 100% spot on and exactly right. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.